I am so paranoid now with this traveling, and with the COVID thing spiking in certain cities. I don't even want to get into it right now, what I think of it all. And but I'm like working 2 weeks and then taking 2 weeks off to like kind of quarantine from the public, just so I could be around my family and my friends and do errands and appointments during the 2 weeks, making sure I'm healthy. But I'm seriously thinking about going into a state where I need to quarantine, where they're quarantining. They have quarantined everyone in the state, not letting anyone in, so I'm not so paranoid about it all the time. But I gotta find a state that I want to stay in, where I can work, get work, steady work, because where I'm getting work now isn't. That's the problem. Where there's work, where there are people working, that's where they're spiking. There's just gonna be no way getting away from this COVID thing. Seriously, we're just all gonna end up getting it, and unless you don't go out, and that's gonna be impossible for me. Unless I find a job where I could just stay home and work over it on the computer and then just not travel anymore. I don't know what to do. It's so stressful, this COVID thing. I was under quarantine. I stayed home for 2 months. Like, I cannot do it anymore. I mean, I can, I guess, do it for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks and figure out where I can just stay for the rest of the year. But I cannot not work, right? Like, neither can the whole country or the world. Why didn't we just get rid of it then back then? Why didn't we just all do it at once and did it in a month and just got it over with, and then it would have been gone? But why are we continuing this for another 6 months, 8 months, year? We're at this, everyone needs to be on the same page, right? I don't know. Maybe they need to do sections of the country and then sweep across and then get rid of it. I don't know. How are you gonna? I guess we're just all learning. This is all new. I just feel really bad for the people in the medical industry and politicians who, you know, have to deal with this every day, and finding a solution to this, it just is terrible. I'm like afraid to go out, you know, after my flight experience, and just like the planes are now getting full, and where there was hardly people on the planes, and what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna have to go into a state where I need to lock down for the rest of the year. Maybe my original plan to go to Alaska is the right thing to do. There's also Hawaii. Now New York is doing it. I guess I just need to decide. I guess I can go overseas too. So much for the corporate flight attendant job and the travel agency job and the seminars and the conventions. And I guess if I can do them in the state and just work in the state that's not allowing anybody in unless they quarantine, maybe that will help me feel a little better than, but then I can't see family and friends and do what I usually do and see the normal people that I usually work with, or even my dentist, my hairdresser, my, salon people. I just have to start all over, I guess, and I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do? I just need to just get everything done and then figure out where I'm gonna settle, I guess, for the rest of the year. The thing with Alaska is it gets cold in the winter. I don't know if I can handle being in the snow and being in a place where I know no one. At least Hawaii is warm. I wish, California, Nevada, and Texas, and Florida, and all the places that are spiking would be safer. I don't know what to do. Because of course, those are the places that have the most traffic and work and travel, and that's where it's gonna have the most cases. It's just the cities, the busiest cities where people travel through the most, and there's just nothing you can do about it unless you close it down for another month and two, and that's just COVID's not gonna kill those people. It's gonna kill, everyone's just gonna die from suicide and killing one another from, and other things. I don't know what the solution is to this. I guess I can just think about myself first and start from there and figure out what's right for me. But I gotta figure out how I can work from home, I guess. It's sad. Really, really strange times.